that actually jump on so that you could have a laugh at me actually trying to put this little beast together, because although I've used them a few times, I've never actually put one together. And I'm kind of unco, can I say? Unco at building things with my hands. Hey. There's my phone. If you are still on Periscope, my phone has just launched itself across the Central Hotel.
Yeah, all the way around the corner.
You are a legend. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, can I talk to you, Scott?
Yeah.
There's only a few people on, but why not? Hey, hey. Here I am with Scott Sleap. And if you're still here, good on you, because that was just black. We just fell down to this little area down here, halfway down to the floor, and the bartender was kind enough to actually grab the phone. Sorry about the noise. Hey Jesse, glad you're still here. This is Scott Sleap. If you don't know Scott Sleap, he is the hub of STEM education in Newcastle. And no, seriously, he is everything STEM in Newcastle. The ME program, iSTEM, Regional Development Australia in the Hunter, and he's doing too much. He needs more hands. But nonetheless, we're here talking about virtual reality. Here's our legend of a bartender who saved the day. And Scott, why are we here? What's the point of virtual reality?
Oh, well, this event.
Yes, this event.
Beer Googles. Is,
Beer goggles, isn't it?
No, Googles.
Googles.
Because
I
it's
read
Google
goggles
cardboard.
every time.
No, it's Beer Googles. So
Okay.
Beer Googles is an attempt at making or getting industry and schools together, so that the schools understand what jobs are available, and industry understands this idea that the students in the schools are actually developing skills in these technologies.
Yeah.
So these events are like a networking type event where industry sort of go, well, this is a technology that is emerging and I can use in my business, so they get information there. And then the schools say, well, we're using this technology and our kids are actually now capable of actually developing the type of apps and the type of technology that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So putting these people together and say, well, these workforce of the future, these young students will eventually be able to come into your business and add value.
Yes.
So it's the idea of the win-win. So we've been running a few of these. We did one on 3D printing.
Yep.
And we've
Which
done
was
one
fantastic.
on pots and beers.
Yeah. What was the name of that 3D company that was there? The 3D printing company that was there.
ME3D.
ME3D. That's right. I was trying to remember that. They're fantastic.
We just actually had an event about 2 weeks ago where students, mainly primary school students actually, did a Seed 3D competition where
primary students can't use 3D printers.
Well, they didn't have to. So the idea of Seed 3D...
That was a joke, by the way. I've just heard that a few times before, but continue.
Yeah. But Seed 3D is trying to seed the idea about 3D printing in schools. So what they actually do is the design process, and they actually design a device that could be 3D printed.
Yep.
So from that, the winners actually went to ME3D. So they went through all the different entries, and they picked the winners out of that. They were secondary and primary, but they were all in an open class.
Yep.
So the winners actually then, they got the designers to actually design the actual artifact and present it to the kids in the finals.
Wow,
so
fantastic.
The interesting thing with that is half the kids that won awards were primary, and all but one of the prize winners was female.
Fantastic.
So, yes.
They're good numbers. On International Women's Day, woohoo! Shout out to all the women in the world, but that is good news. That's very good news. And you know what? That's what I've seen in primary schools every step of the way. The girls are involved.
Yep.
And that's when it changes, around about high school.
Yeah, and
I'm just going to split this camera.
This is something that we're concerned about, in the fact that they obviously have the skill set and the capabilities of doing this and a passion for it.
Yep.
But then something clicks when they go to high school, and we're not seeing, basically the school system seems to be driving it out of them. The level of creativity, that's why it was interesting that a lot of the winners, even though there wasn't a lot of entries from the primary schools in comparison to the high schools. They were overrepresented, if you like, in terms of the competition winners.
Were you giving a big handicap as far as point scoring to the primary schools?
It was just it was open.
Just quality coming from the primary schools.
And it wasn't me who judged it. It was judged by designers and 3D printing experts.
So this is authentic assessment.
Authentic assessment, and they basically judged on merit all the projects.
Yep.
And these students, particularly our younger students, just their imagination, out-of-box thinking, really came to the fore.
Yep.
Unfortunately, what seems to happen is the longer that students go through education system, the more we drive out the creativity in our students, which is something that we're going to have to turn around. We're going to have to turn around quickly. And I was at a International Women's Day event today.
Oh yeah.
For Boeing Defence. A lot of interest in, particularly the Boeing company, of getting more female employees in their business. And in fact, they see it as a total imperative that without that diversity in their workforce, their actual profitability and their ability to function as a business is highly dwarfed, if you like, or impeded. And they're trying extremely hard to do it, but there's not a lot of things on the ground that are actually encouraging this. And we need to start at preschool, primary school, and go the way through. But we need to sort of keep it going when they go into high school. That by presenting, I suppose, role models and giving them opportunities to sit there and show that they are very capable of being in these professions. And actually, when they are, they excel.
Awesome.
And that's sort of the theme that's coming out.
Fantastic. So tonight, what do you want to see after tonight?
After tonight, I think there's already, I've had a number of teachers come and say, we want to start implementing these technologies in our schools. So we're starting to develop that interest.
Yep.
We want to do more than just be consumers of the virtual reality platforms. So working with virtual perspectives, we want to start working on teacher programs and student programs where they actually create content rather than just be a consumer of the actual product.
Absolutely. And is that possible, or is that just outlandish? I mean, creating 3D worlds, isn't that silly? It's actually
the software that's available now, free of charge, that you can get, is similar to the software that they spend thousands of dollars on as a commercial business. So for student access.
But can a student use it, or is this just going to take years of study?
No, for a student, within about 2 hours, we could have students actually creating a basic virtual world.
2 hours. So we're talking the same sort of incline as, say, if they were working with microprocessors or something like that.
It's quite a simple process because the development of the software is such that creating a virtual world is actually relatively easy.
Wow.
The computer power that's required is a little bit higher, but a lot of modern PCs that are available in schools can do it. Some of the laptops, in terms of the rendering required, do struggle, but they still can be done. It's just the time frame of being able to get these things to occur.
Maybe you could throw us a few names and a few links later on, and I can kind of place them below a video or something like that.
Yeah, look, the guys from Virtual Perspectives would have a big list that I sent out to you, and you might be able to send it to your listeners as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
The list of the different applications that
fantastic.
that are available for using the Google Cardboard.
Awesome.
The Google Cardboard that we gave out today, and the schools that are interested in, we were able to get them made for about $6.30 in China. With all the logos and all the things on there.
Shout out to Obelisk from Newcastle, who
did the design work.
Yeah, and send things into space while they're at it.
Yeah,
they are nuts.
I think they're the only CubeSat developer in the country, and they live in Maitland. That's awesome.
The Silicon Valley of Australia, Newcastle.
Behind Kmart.
All right, we'll call it there. Thanks, mate. Cheers.